Well, let's go back a little bit further. Because this all started when y'all were taking your watch a couple of weeks into your journey to Cadiza. And Jane and Hirith were up, everyone believing themselves safe beneath the dome of Rietta's hut when the Blight King appeared and cast Dispel magic on it, leaving you all vulnerable. He expressed his disappointment that y'all had not immediately tried to get in contact with him to give him back his black candle when you had first arrived in Katesh. Um, yeah, there's a bit of a conversation about that before he excused himself while you dealt with some new visitors, a trio of elite elven warriors who had come in search of the book that now lay in your possession, titled "The Exodus of the Tuatha De Danann." Um, upon speaking with them, they asked for the book to be returned, and some information was revealed. Not only that uh, about the existence of the Blight King here on Adyrn, but also that you had all read the book and some other things that were closely guarded elven secrets that you are all now knowledgeable of, and they decided that they could not let you live with that knowledge. So fighting ensued, um, despite trying to seek their aid instead. You did try to spare their lives, but upon being victorious, the Blight King returned and systematically murdered them all by crushing their heads with the heel of his boot. Once again, he tried to convince you to hold up your end of the bargain and give him back the black candle. And you all tried to cleverly talk your way out of doing that because you knew how dangerous the item was and were now more aware of what it meant for it to be in his possession. So he cast his cloak upon the ground, summoning hordes of rats and the tiny blood-sucking fae known as the Rattan to attack you. And in the middle of that battle, he showed up himself to throw a few punches. And Hirith did something incredibly clever. I do want to say that y'all made some very smart plays that I do commend you for that just didn't work. Hirith placed the black candle into her dagger under the impression that he could not take it from unless someone willingly gave it to him, which was true. But the candle was technically in another plane, and there was no such rule against him taking the dagger. Hirith tried to call his bluff, thinking that he might hurt her, but at least spare her life. But you had angered him so much that he instead murdered you. And Morak swiftly cast Gentle Repose, trying to buy some time before he could revive you. At that point, Jazeera took up the dagger and used her Cape of the Montebank to... No?
Lujane took it next.
Okay.
Lujane took it, then got beat into the ground, then Jazeera took it.
That's right, yeah. And then she used the Cape of the Montebank to Dimension Door 500 feet away and started sprinting for her life. Again, in a very clever, smart move. That would have worked, except that you all seem to forget that he possessed an item called the Bottle of Moonlight that would cast the light upon the thing that he desired most. And at that moment, it was Hirith's dagger. So he took flight and sped away. Lujane using her best efforts to ground him, but he seemed to possess some kind of legendary resistance to your magic. Thank you, Frizzy.
What?
It's just something that the legendary resistances were just things that you brought up a lot when it came to some of my boss battles, and I remembered them this time for the Blight King, and he used them.
Good.
So the Blight King took flight and sped away, searching for Jazeera, and you were all left to deal with the Rattan. At the end of the battle, Morak used up one of his diamonds to cast Revivify on Hirith. And while the Blight King gave chase for Jazeera, the rest of you went into Lady Allura's camp. I believe you were just searching for horses, really. You weren't really going to take the time to sit there and explain everything that happened. You found that everyone in camp had been seemingly affected by a spell that had put them to sleep. Lady Allura woke up seemingly groggily and asked you what was going on. You gave a very brief recounting of events before taking horses and running after the Blight King and Jazeera. Seeing that the moonlight was cast directly upon her, Jazeera eventually stopped running, stopped looking for a place to hide, and just waited for the Blight King. Over and over again, tried to convince you to just give him what was his. Over and over again, asked you to stop asking questions and just concede. And I don't know if stop asking questions that you already knew the answers to, really. And he was growing impatient while you were trying to stall for your friends to get there. And eventually, enough was enough, and the Blight King ripped Jazeera to shreds, and her dead body now lies in the middle of the road to the west. And the rest of the party are in a mad dash to try and catch up with the Blight King and Jazeera. Did I miss anything super important?
We saw the pillar of light disappear right at the end of last session, or move back to where it
Well,
was.
we'll see about that. I'm gonna roll that back a little bit.
Oh, okay.
All right. Then yeah, as the rest of you are all on horses racing in the direction of the Pillar of Light, I would like Morak and Jazeera to roll initiative.
Excuse me.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit confused why this involves me, but okay.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't click my token, sorry.
I
That's
also did not click my token.
That part is not important. You wrote dead at Jazeera.
I know, that's why I was like, I don't know why I'm rolling, but you know.
So as you are all racing down the road, you do look up and see the light suddenly shift back towards the southwest. And as you come around a bend in the road, you see a body lying motionless in the middle of your path.
I mean, Hirith would ride up to it and probably get off her horse close by and run over.
Yeah, Morak
Yeah.
would do it too.
As you get close enough to get a better look, you see Jazira's body lying on the ground, cut to bloody ribbons.
And when you say that, do you mean like in like literal pieces?
No,
Okay.
not literal, just like very deep.
Huge
lacerations.
gash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I have.
And she's
One,
here.
two.
She like kind of like falls to her side and looks to Morak and says, "Can we bring her back?" And then like looks between Morak and Lujane.
Do we have diamonds? I can
I have
actually
one.
no wait. I'm gonna try general repose, but I assume it's been longer than a minute by now.
It has. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
I can keep the body from progressing any further, but it's I can't. Her soul's moved out of the body. I can't bind her to it. So I'm gonna
That
cast
was
general
what the
repose.
initiative was for. If Morik had won, y'all would have gotten there just in time to do something, but
Well, I have a great initiative, guys. So
Yeah, mine's +6.
mine,
Yep.
I have advantage, but I have +0.
You rolled
I
too good,
st-
and now you're dead.
I said there was a chance. It was a very slim chance.
If they're have we caught up to found her body? Yeah.
Fuck.
Could I could maybe I've got a spell left. Teleport us back to the Temple of Awe and see if Verena can help.
Mark, do you have anything stronger than Revivify?
I do.
Could get ingredients for it and could eat them. I could do without her till then.
Yeah. I need this is
Because we could teleport back, and I'm sure the Temple of Awe or the Golden Lady have what we need, but that would take us too far away from our goal. Our goal is still Khadiza, copy the scroll,
Okay.
but we can't. He has the candle. We lost Wind Dancer. We don't have, and we didn't fulfill our part of the deal, so he could come back and kill us at any point. Can he break Wind Dancer? Can he get something out of it?
I don't think it can be broken. But I don't know.
Can you're still, Yusifa's still in you, right? There was never the dagger. Can
Yeah.
does he know?
She checks in with him.
There's only silence. No, I'm kidding.
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me.
No, he embodied you. The Wind Dancer came after his possession.
Yeah, I guess she asks if it can be destroyed.
Yeah. He's quiet for a moment. You feel him contemplating everything that's happened. He's just kind of resignedly. He's like, it's possible. He certainly seems strong enough, but I don't know.
If it's a big enough roadblock to him,
I'll
we
say
know.
here that you certainly at least bought some time.
She sighs.
Okay, we could still We know now that he can kill us. He can take the dagger. He has to go through a couple of hoops to, put the candle on the ground, get someone to come for it, and then get them to give it to him. But he can take it from us without consequence. He can kill us. We are not protected by carrying the candle. We know this now. What if the only thing that can protect us is the deal we made? We made a deal that he wouldn't be able to harm Dwantir, Kadesh, or us.
Kaditch?
Kadesh, or our friends. So maybe we could summon him again, take the candle out of the dagger, give it to him, and that would conclude our deal.
So long as he doesn't find a way to destroy it in the meantime.
Yeah, I mean, we just put out milk and bread right now. Milk and honey and bread. With that, does it need a doorstep, or that call him?
And then, isn't there supposed to be a home involved too?
That's my question. We're rather homeless at the moment, and he didn't seem to care much for that technicality. So, probably not, right? We could do that.
We'll see if
Get him.
we'll see if we can even find those things in the camp. We may have to just continue on to Cadiza.
Yeah.
I would also rather just continue to Cadiza with haste. Hopefully.
There's nothing stopping him right now from using the candle on us, though. If he thinks
Other
we
than
pose
Wind
any bit of a
Dancer.
threat. Oh, yeah. But if it breaks, if he gets it out of there, we have no way of knowing when he's going to get that candle. We have to assume that he will.
Matt, question.
Mhm.
How long would it take to get to Cadiza?
At this point, it'd be another 2.5 months.
2.5 months?
Or wait, no, it wasn't. 1 second.
It was
It
weeks,
took
right?
3 months to get from Port Dagazi to Katesh.
I was wondering.
So we'll half that. So it'd be like another month.
We don't have that kind of time.
Like we have to go on the assumption that he's going to break that thing open at some point, right? He's one of the most powerful beings in all of reality. I can't imagine that a dagger, I don't even know the origins of this dagger. I don't know if this was made by people or the gods, but I can't imagine that it will be his match or more. I have to assume that he can get it open. And when he does, I think
Danger sounds. I agree.
I'd rather give it to him and be free to work against him than
We're all in
have him
agreement.
break it open and kill us.
We're all in agreement there, though.
Okay.
Well, I am, at least. I mean, Adyrn, Rieta, Morak, what do you... If we complete the deal, then at least we will be safe.
But it's also possible. It's also a valid path to assume that he can't get it out and to just try and fight him directly at every turn and know that he can come for us. And then try to, work with that. It'll keep other people safer. But we will probably lose. That's my case. So those are the options ahead of us. Rihanna, what are your thoughts?
I'm not happy with anybody losing anybody.
Yeah. These are the stakes now.
you're worried about my life, don't.
Well, you're one of the couple of people in the world I think is strong enough to have a chance of saving it. We have to be realistic that saving ourselves might be the only way to save the world.
Um, yeah.
But that's also possible. You're being overly cautious. It's possible that we could just be heroes and take on that risk and succeed anyways. Adyrn, thoughts?
What is there to have thoughts about?
The two possibilities stretching out in front of us with drastically different outcomes.
It's hard for me to weigh in because I'm not protected in either. The deal
You
that you
would
have
be,
made does not include me.
Matt, remind us. Does it include like friends of the group? I'm pretty sure. Or is it
I
He said he'd torture our family members. I doubt it includes acquaintances you met on the road after the fact.
I
well,
that's fair.
believe the deal was if you had given them the candle, he would have left you, the people of Katash, and the people of Dwantir alone.
so Isrin being
From Katash
from
would fall
Katash.
under that umbrella, even if he wasn't there at the time.
Okay, the people of Katesh. Okay. You gotta team up with that guy who sells clothes that no one likes. Because he's from Guantia originally. So he's also immune. Oh no, he's double immune, in fact.
Well, Morak is kind of just not, not kind of not listening. Kind of there, kind of not, but he's kind of also just looking around.
Where's Momo?
Kind of.
Was Momo at camp? Was Momo with her when she used the cape?
It's a good question because we
That-
did not consider Momo at all.
Momo was with her when she left.
Okay, then you just see a really sad monkey, like just pushing at Jazira's body, trying to get her to wake up.
Oh
feel
no!
like-
Why did
I
I
feel
bring
like-
it up?
I feel like
I
the
feel
monkey
like-
might have died.
I feel like Momo would have run up to Morak when Morak was there.
Oh,
Like when he saw Morak.
is he trying to tug at me? Trying to
Yeah.
pull me? Oh, okay, yeah, all right.
Yep.
Just
That's what we can do until your next character, Jacqueline. You can play Momo.
That's
Yeah,
adorable.
sorry guys, we can't resurrect Jazira, but Momo just got 10 levels of barbarian, so let's
It's fucking swole monkey. Actually, monkeys are really swole.
yeah.
They will
yeah.
fucking maul the shit out of you.
think of that
Fuck,
sad monkey video I saw earlier last night.
the orangutan hitting itself in the face. Okay.
Yes, I think it was
What?
Yeah.
with a metal bar.
Yeah, there's a video of a orangutan
yeah.
on like a playset, and he
Yeah.
like swings he bounces the wrong way, and the big metal bar that he's bouncing on kind of swings and hits him in the face, and he starts crying.
Yeah.
Aww.
Okay, sorry. Back to D&D.
Back to D&D. It's somewhat related. But
Let's go find our camp and talk to them about. Yeah, let's find our caravan, and we'll see from there. Can you help me lift Jazira up on my horse? Morak's horse? I don't know who wants her.
I think Morik's just gonna do it himself.
Okay, but you've got a monkey on you, so you know.
No, he'd still do it himself.
All right, you got a monkey on one shoulder, Jazira over the other.
Yeah. And I just kind of while I carry her, it's like, if we're gonna do this, we need to be fast. So, and I load her body up onto the horse, and I just look to the rest of the group and let's not dally, but that'll talk.
Yeah, let's.
Okay.
But Isran, to answer you are one of the people of Katesh. You are protected, or you will be. You make this. Oh no, he's gone.
As he stares blankly at you, subtle nod.
Oh, it's like, oh my god, he's stopped entirely. It's like he's rebooting.
He's not rebooting. I think he's finally no longer on hold.
Yeah.
So he's rebooking. his
Oh,
vacation.
okay. Sorry.
He's rookie. He's doing tickets.
I figured that was a typo. Okay.
He's been on hold
Nope.
for like ever.
An hour? Yeah.
All right.
Oh.
So gather up Jazeera and you all make your way back over to the camp.
Because time is of the essence. And God, I hope I find something. As Mark is about to break a couple laws. I have no doubt. Doesn't
Alright.
matter. He's going to be leaving here anyway soon enough.
So back at camp, is there any more conversation to be had, or
Well, yeah, Hirith would maybe not conversation, but Hirith would look for the things needed to summon the Light King. The milk, honey, bread.
honey and bread?
Yeah.
Pretty easy to find. Milk is not something that
That keeps.
lasts long. Yeah.
Okay.
Do we have any
You
livestock?
should
with us?
find a goat.
There's camels.
You can milk anything, okay?
Well, you can, but you need them to have a baby.
You could get lucky.
Details, details.
You do
Alright,
know
so you're
how
saying we need
boobs
to knock
work,
up some-
right?
Yes.
Yes, but I
Mostly.
also know how DMs work.
DMs.
Dungeon Master.
Oh, okay. I was like
Matt.
direct messages.
I was hoping Matt wouldn't know. Yeah, I was asking for a friend. Okay, you don't know.
There.
Are there no little towns along the way?
Well, that's what I was about to ask.
Okay.
Pretty sparse, considering the climate and everything. There's a few
Water.
nomadic tribes, but trying to hunt them down would eat up a lot of time. Yeah.
I guess it's something we can keep an eye on.
We just set out the honey and bread and hope for the best.
And Morak is searching the camp for diamonds of value. For reasons that no one needs to know about. And if anyone asks questions, I'll glare at them.
Okay. Gotta think about that. A lot of Allura's resources were spent at Katesh, and she's pretty much broke now. Don't really imagine anyone would have diamonds of value in camp, especially since they would be lightly packed for the trip to Cadiza.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just my thought on it.
Well, Morak's gonna be a little bit forceful in this search if he needs to be.
Okay.
So, someone has a diamond worth 500 GP. He's gonna find it if it's there.
All right, I'll tell you what. Let me make a roll here.
Okay. It's telling you how Morak's gonna be. Because he's not happy.
All right. So you're basically just walking through camp, rolling everyone's belongings, looking for a diamond.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh,
Well, everyone's still pretty much
I am sure.
under the effects of sleep.
Thought we got diamonds when we were back at the
I think we got 4
when
diamonds.
we got the black candles. I thought.
We got 4 diamonds. We used 1 for dead Adyrn.
Yep.
Or did we get 3 diamonds? 1 for Adyrn, 1 for the slave that died, and now we've used 1 for Hera. I think we're out.
So Mark has 1 left.
I have 1 left.
Okay.
And it's not valuable enough for what I need to do.
Are you sure?
Unless somehow you could do 2 diamonds, 1 worth 300, 1 worth 200, but I doubt that was the case.
Hold on. You should have 1 diamond that's worth 300.
Yeah, I see that.
Okay.
But the spell that I need to cast requires a diamond worth 500.
Sure. Let me just double check.
I was like, I was.
So in the wording of the spell, does it say diamond or diamonds?
That's going to look up right now. That is not the level of spell I need. There it is. Diamond, not plural.
So it needs to be a single diamond worth 500.
Yeah, that was
Alright.
my assumption too.
So yeah, with everyone
Maybe-
still
Maybe Alora's got 1.
Are we close enough?
I mean, yeah, if you're doing all this when you get back to camp, yeah. And she would be the only one awake because she was the only one y'all woke up. Everyone else is still under the effects of the sleep spell.
Perfect. Or as Mark would say, perfect.
Gotta get.
Gonna do some thieving.
Okay. So are you?
If there is. I am. Morak is legitimately trying to find a diamond hook by crook.
Right. So you get to Allura's tent, and do you stealthily try to?
No, I'm not being stealthy.
Okay, so you just walk in and start tossing shit.
Yes.
Okay.
I do not care. It's like Morak is not happy.
Morak, what the hell are you doing? Get out
I'm
of
on
my
a
tent!
mission. No.
What the? Get out this instant! What is going on with all of you? First Lucian and now you're all acting crazy. What are you doing? What are you looking for?
Because the times are very, very desperate. So don't stand in my way.
Okay, I like make intimidation actually.
Okay. I can't wait for 2.
Damn.
Nice one, bud. I like
Hey,
how Morak is
charisma's not
actually.
good.
Yeah, his intimidation's not quite.
No.
Well, I don't really like how intimidation works in D&D anyways.
You can do strength for intimidation.
Yeah, if you wanted to make a strength check for that, you can.
Especially
Really?
since he's like kind of showing a display of strength by like
Yeah.
tossing things around. Like instead of
agree
it
with
being
that.
a charisma thing, it could be a strength thing.
I mean, even then, he rolled a 2.
Rules
Yeah,
are
I-
written. You can swap anything out for anything.
Yeah.
Which is, you could have an
Well,
intelligence, animal handling.
So that 1 would turn into a 4.
Damn.
There, now she's scared.
I mean, it's slightly more scary.
Mark, if you do not get out of my quarters this instance, I'm going to have my guards put you under arrest.
The ones that are asleep. Sure.
What? What do you mean the ones that are asleep?
Oh, you haven't noticed. Well.
The fuck
they asleep?
doing asleep? And she like storms out of. They are all asleep. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like
She storms out of the tent. So you have some time alone, to ransack her place. Make an investigation check.
That's better.
Yeah. You're tossing stuff around, but you are not finding any diamonds of significant value. You're not even finding really any jewelry.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'm gonna try to put things back. Like I didn't ransack it, not well. But
Yeah, it takes her a few moments to get her guards awake. Before eventually she
I'm
storms
out of
back
there.
in.
Like I wish if she comes back, I'm not gonna be there anymore. Because I think I've searched enough that I'm like,
Okay.
yeah.
Let me have her roll insight. Okay. She's just gonna be under the impression that
To
the
see her
threat
slapping
of,
the guards, like, what are you doing?
yeah. Yeah, she's under the impression that as soon as she ran out to get the guards, you decided to stop doing what you were doing and act reasonably. So she's not gonna.
Well, yes and no.
Yeah, I know. She doesn't know. Okay. She will come back out though and try to find as many of you together as she can and just what is going on?
The Blight King.
She pinches the bridge of her nose. She goes, "You're not
Do you
seriously
have a
bringing this up
diamond?
again, are you?
Worth 500.
A diamond worth 5. Brianna, I have nothing. The storm took everything. I'm going to Cadiza to beg for money."
Storm rob her at gunpoint?
No, it just like destroyed everything, and she had to spend all of her resources just to help people survive.
Oh no, I like my version better. It's a lot more stupider.
Yeah.
Okay, bringing this up
Kick 'em.
again. The Blight King killed Jazeera. The Blight King has the candle that can kill anyone on the fucking plane just if he knows your name and is pissed off at you. The Blight King, yes. That is why we're all just a little bit short-tempered right now.
On edge.
Oh. Jazeera, I didn't realize. I'm sorry.
Technically
Yeah,
killed
well,
me too, but I'm
she got better.
standing and she is not.
She got better.
Well, running around like maniacs isn't going to help anything.
For helping me. You know, I feel better. Not really.
Do you have milk?
Sorry.
This
I'll
must be
just
what losing
squeeze
my
them out.
mind feels like.
It's a Fey thing. We can
I-
call him back with milk and bread, possibly appease him, live long enough to stop him.
We have water and wine. We didn't think
Well,
to bring milk with us on this trip.
no, I know it would be a.
Oil.
Expressing milk is a thing.
Maybe
At
wine might
will.
make a good substitute. Maybe he might get lured by the wine.
Hopefully, he gets frustrated enough with this fucking knife that the candle's stuck in that he shows up just when we leave out. I'm struggling to think of food that he wouldn't. Oh god. Just
You
maybe he'll
actually
just show
want
up.
them to come back?
We did a.
we
Yeah,
made a
here. You want to explain?
we made a deal with him that we would retrieve an item for him, and in return, he wouldn't harm or kill any of us, anyone in Katesh, and anyone in Dwantir. But we learned what this item does, and it's the destruction and that it's capable of. And we were hoping to find a way to keep it from him until we could find another solution. But he came to us, and thankfully,
And then you gave it back, right?
well, I tried to call his bluff, and I essentially stored it in a different plane. And he has the item that it's stored in, but he's not able to get into it for now.
So let me get this straight. You made a deal that could essentially ensure the safety of yourselves, my people, and your homeland to the north, and then decided what? Not do that thing?
He could kill
Well,
anyone in the world with just a thought and a name.
Well, it
It's
sounds
not.
like he's going to be able to do that anyway.
Well, we didn't know that. We didn't know he could take it from us. He didn't take it from us for weeks, so obviously he couldn't, except he could. So I'm
well, he
sorry.
didn't, but he
I
could.
fucked up. I know this.
We all did. We were just trying to do what we thought was right.
And
We thought there
clearly
was
we
a
are paying
loophole.
for it.
We thought that since we had not delivered it to him, but we were in this deal with him that he could not take it, and so we would be just fine to keep him in a holding pattern, and he wouldn't be able to harm us, and he wouldn't have the candle to harm anyone else. But it didn't work. We're sorry that we fucked up, and that what more do you want from us?
And now, if he is able to break open that dagger, no one is safe. Not you, not I, not even the Empress. No one.
So we need to talk to him. We need to open it for him and give him the candle now that we know. And then we can have this deal. Hopefully.
I think meeting you all was the worst thing that's ever happened to my life.
Yes.
Oh, we're really sorry. We saved your town. We brought your town back to life, and we saved it from one thing.
You're
and
gonna be
trying to save
snarky
it.
now.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, I'm going to be snarky. What have you done that's so great? What?
I do love the continuous alienation of our only few allies that we continue to have. This is going great.
I think that everyone's
Whew, this is if she leaves, considering she's our only connection to Omar, who's supposed to help us. Jeez, this is going great. I see why we let you talk.
Well, no one talks over me, so I talk.
I think we've just had a very harrowing experience. And
You're right. You lost a friend, and I'm letting my temper get to me.
we all are.
I'm
It's okay.
I think,
sorry.
yeah, we all are. It's been a rough day. Has it been a day? Day.
It's been a rough
Morning.
last
Yeah.
half an hour.
How long have we been on the road? I don't remember, actually.
You've been on the road for a couple of weeks.
Oh, okay.
It's been a rough. Well, I think I'm more meaning the fight with.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it's been a rough night.
Right. It's been a rough night. Morning.
Listen. The best that we can hope for right now is a speedy journey to Cadiza. I'll try and call the Blight King with the ingredients that I have. And we have his cloak, so I don't know. Maybe that will tempt him. But
There's no way for you to call Wind Dancer from this distance, right?
here it just says Tempest and just waits.
It is too far away.
Yeah.
Just we're all looking around, just like. So is it?
It's not Mjolnir.
Yeah.
Oh, and
Hope,
it
right?
comes to us, and it went right through the Blight King's heart, killing him instantly on the way. Good work, you solved it.
Wow, good, great job, guys. We solved all our problems.
We can
If
keep
only.
Jazira's body from decaying, and hopefully we can find some milk along the way. If we happen across any towns or any travelers.
No matter what kind of milk,
nearby.
if we find some nursing hyena mother, we could get milk there. Like, we're desperate here. There's ways. I know it's dumb, but
Matt,
Yes.
where have we put Jazeera's body?
couldn't
On a
Moritz-
horse.
Yeah, Morik carried her back to the camp, so I don't. Wherever he says he put it.
Still on a horse.
Okay.
It is a body.
Did we ever check if the organs are intact?
No.
There were-
No, we did not.
That's the biggest variable here, is whether or not those claws went deep enough to
Right.
shred open a lung or any of that.
True. I guess I should do an autopsy, I guess.
We should probably. The last time we did a Blight King autopsy, it said very clearly, shit's not coming back.
Hey, well, yeah.
Morak, you might be too close to this, and I think I have a better eye for this anyways, but if you insist.
I
you are-
just glare at you because we are not friends.
We are not friends.
Just
I'm just like, Morak's closer to Jazira than Lujane is, and Lujane is good at this too, but
And-
if you want, then it
and
is.
Morgan and Lucia are not on good
Alright.
terms. Not on the best terms, I should say. I think they're on okay terms, but
Yeah.
Okay.
he's not going to listen to you.
But if
Lucia.
you want to examine the body, you can go ahead and give me a medicine check.
Okay. God damn it.
Oh,
Wow, you pulled a Lujane.
hey, you're feeling lucky, right?
I don't have luck.
Yeah,
Thank
Matt,
you.
worth a try.
This I'll say this won't be so much about
Yeah, she's a corpse.
being able to intuit
Yeah, it's hard to
things.
fucking
It's
not
more
know
like
if
how
you have the
long it
time.
takes. Yeah. It's more about how long it takes than anything else. So you spend a good amount of time examining the body and making sure that
Off my shirt.
it may be possible to resurrect her or not, if that's what you were
That's
hoping for.
pretty much what I'm looking at. 6 hours later.
Yeah, so you're kind of up all night. The torchlight doesn't help. It casts weird shadows and doesn't really provide a lot of light to see by.
Or its eyes getting more bloodshot. Just
Yeah,
through rage and also tiredness and rage.
And tears.
That too.
but you do see that her death came from massive blood loss from deep lacerations, but not enough to damage organs.
Well, that's a relief, at least. I don't know what else to say. Excuse me.
You vomit onto Jazeera's corpse. No, I'm kidding.
That's actually me hiccuping, but yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay, so is there any more conversation to be had?
Adyrn, I don't think we settled. You are a person from Katesh. You are of Katesh, therefore the contract, the deal we made with the Blight King does protect you.
But only from the Blight King, so you know.
Well, yeah, only from the Blight King, but the I still don't think we got votes from everyone on which plan is going forwards. I know we don't have the milk yet, but when we get it, we should know what we're doing with it. Adyrn, what are your thoughts?
You may have to repeat the plan because Logan was kind of on a hold.
Okay, fair.
And all that.
The plans are
That
a
might
little
help.
convoluted because
Yeah, the plans are a little convoluted, hard to keep track of.
Okay. Option
They are
one
plans.
is we try to get the Blight King's attention and we help him get the we help him get the candle out of the dagger, and in doing so we complete our contract and we are protected. But he has the candle. Option two is we continue forwards and just hope that he can't get the dagger open, because as soon as he gets the candle, we're all dead.
What are the benefits of option 2?
I don't think there's many.
If he can't get it out of Wind Dancer, if he can't get it out of Wind Dancer, then he never gets the candle.
So you're essentially gambling on whether or not he can destroy Wind Dancer. Is that what you're saying?
that's
Yeah.
basically it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the big variable between these two plans.
I mean,
Gotcha.
the last gamble we took didn't turn out well. Just
Babe.
saying.
I don't think we should double down, if that's the right
Jazira's
term.
speaking from the grave.
I mean, we can always question.
I can still hear her sometimes telling me my plans are dumb.
I wonder if the deities would answer if the Blight King can open the candle, or the Wind Dancer.
Logan, we can't hear you. You're really far away.
Fine, I'll move it closer.
That's good.
I'm just wondering if we ask the gods and beseech them for guidance, whether or not they'd be able to answer that question before we just blindly take the risk.
I mean, do you remember the
The
last
gods
time
have
we
been
asked the
getting
gods for
annoyed
help?
Yeah.
They kind of said, "Call us, don't call us, we'll call you." Sort of approach.
Well, that was
It's
about,
worth a try.
well, that was about the location of objects that were meant to be hidden. Can't hurt asking the god of magic whether magical items can be broken, or if the Blight King would be able to break one.
That's actually a really good point.
That is true.
I doubt he'll say that that's hidden.
I'm guessing they'll tell us yes, but they won't tell us if it's going to be a week, a month, a year. We won't know how long it'll
Well, we
take.
can guess all we want, but we're not going to get any answers until we actually ask.
Yeah.
I'm not the one with the line to the god of magic.
Rihanna?
So remind me, what is it you want me to do exactly?
Oh, to ask Alway whether the Blight King has the means to destroy or to retrieve the Black
Okay.
Candle within Winter.
Yeah, so she will
Or-
sit down. Will be see. Divination or wait, do we want divination or do we want
The one that's free.
commune?
Probably commune.
Hey,
Commune.
commune. You get a 1-word answer. which is
Yeah,
pretty
you only get
base.
yes or no's. Which is
We don't have anything to sacrifice, I don't think.
I don't have. Yeah, the last time I gave my mask.
Commune's
my gold
just
mask.
Commune's free.
Yeah, commune's the free one. Divination's the one that costs money.
Yeah, that's what we mean.
Have a. Oh right. Okay. Can't remember. Is that then?
So we can get a yes or no for free. We can get
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So I will start casting commune.
We get 3 yes or no's for free. I love direct lines to the
Yeah.
gods.
So think about what other questions you want me to ask.
If the Blight King would be able to break Wind Dancer in the next year, then go down from there, I guess.
Yeah.
Year to month to week.
Maybe we should start at baby day, just so we know how fucked we are.
Can he break it
It's
tomorrow?
not one word. It's only yes or no's. For
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's, yeah,
Can
that's
you
why
break
we.
it within 24 hours? Yes or no?
Can he break it
okay.
within?
So question number 1 is: does the what was the question? Does the Blight King
Have the
Have the-
means to retrieve the black candle from Winddancer.
Within
Yes.
24 hours.
No, don't.
No, let's not ask
Just keep
the.
it simple right now.
Yeah.
King have
Oh,
the
yeah, right.
to withdraw to retrieve
What
the
are you
black
doing,
candle
Pandora?
from Winddancer. Okay, and the next question.
Um.
Then we add time limits.
Yeah, I guess it
Could he
kind of
do that?
depends on the answer to that, honestly.
I mean, either way, I think you need to pick the questions before you get an answer, right?
I don't know.
Hey, Matt.
After you ask your first question, you have a minute to answer the next couple.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You have a minute.
I think we were just doing that so that we were all clear on what questions we wanted to ask before we asked them.
But it really depends on what the first question's answer is.
Yeah, if the first answer is yes, do we say has he retrieved it?
Yes. We
Um.
ask if he can do it within 24 hours, and, within a month.
Yeah.
I'd say probably a week, over a month, but yeah.
So how am I wording this? Careful.
If it is yes, then we're asking, can he do it within 24 hours? And then can he do it within a week? I'm not sure in the time.
I mean, because we're going to be in Cadiza in a month, like a week or a day doesn't really make any difference. So I'd say
That's true. Yeah, a month might make more sense. Yeah.
Can he do it within the week? Can he do it within the month? Those be the 2 questions.
Yeah.
So it's just
Yeah,
a week, not 24 hours.
Yeah, I don't think
Okay.
24 hours matters.
Yeah, 24 hours. Well, I'm just saying. Well, my thought was, how long would we have to get the milk?
No, true. Yeah.
Yeah, that was my thought. But if we want to do week month, that's fine. I'm okay with that. And if it's no,
No, we celebrate.
Will the Blight King honor his agreement?
ooh, that's a good one.
He's a Fae. I don't know if he. Oh,
No.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh no. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't
This is
know
not
what
a
to ask
topic.
in the case of a no.
Let's just ask, and we'll come up with a question on the fly. I'm sure.
But do the rules of the Fae in the Fae world still apply in our world when they're not dealing with Fae?
Matt, can I
Although
roll for that?
obviously you are.
Or
Matt,
make a history check.
history check. Alrighty.
So, this isn't actually so much based on what you've learned historically as it is as much as you've actually observed by your dealings with the Blight King. And it seems that Fey rules do apply to him. Otherwise, he could have just taken the candle without needing someone to give it to him willingly, right?
Yeah. And what are the Fae? Like, do I know for sure some of those Fae rules? Like, is he honor bound? Like, is he completely unable to break a contract?
You would know. I mean, you know the rules of hospitality.
Mhm.
And you would know that when it comes to Fey deals, they usually try to word them in such a way that they could be manipulated or bent, but can't be broken.
Because he got mad at us for honoring the word of the deal and not the spirit, which seems the opposite of how Fae work, in my understanding. Like, they're all about the word, not the spirit. So I just want to double check that he is bound to the word. But okay, he's yeah.
Yeah.
So Lejeune would just say, yeah, he is. The rules of Fae, they're no different here than in the Feywild. It's part of who he is. It's not something that could change. He has to honor at least the word of his deal. And boy, I wish I knew the exact words of our deal, but it was pretty clear on not being able to harm the people of Dwantir and the people of Katesh and us. Not, I'm sure he could indirectly endanger us, but not directly harm. So can we let's ask our questions. We don't need to know them all now. Let's just ask question one and go from there.
Yeah.
So I'm just asking if the Blight King has the means to retrieve the black candle from Windancer.
Yep.
Mhm.
Okay, so I will dot to scry and commune. You'll see my eyes sort of glaze over and I ask her, do I contact her? Am I successful?
Right. So you asked the question, does the Blight King have the means to get the black candle? Right?
To
Yeah.
retrieve the black candle from Windancer.
Okay.
Does the Blight King have means to retrieve the black candle from Windancer?
Okay, the answer is yes.
Okay, then we asked the 2-1, the week and the month.
I'm tempted to ask if he's already opened it.
Well,
Your questions, you got a minute.
It's your call. It's your spell.
Yeah, it is your spell.
Has he already accessed the black candle?
No.
Can he access
You could also
the
ask
candle
if
within?
he knows how to access it, but that's okay.
Can he access it within a week?
Can he? Yes.
But does he know how?
Well, you're out of questions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just because he can doesn't mean that he knows how.
Yeah.
True.
We can always try again tomorrow, or I can try again now, but every time there's a chance that now that I'll get no answer. Do you want me to try again?
I'd like to know if he knows how.
Yeah, that would be a vital clue.
Does he know how? Will he?
I continue.
Get-
Yeah. Okay. So I'll continue to try and contact Alway or Arena, and I will ask: does the Blight King know how to access the Black Candle from Wind Dancer?
All right, go ahead and roll a d100. So your question was, does he know how to access it? The answer is no.
Do you want me to ask any more as we're doing the second game? Or?
Pardon?
I don't.
I think
Don't know.
no, I can't think of any more questions that are imminent at the moment. And
I guess we can just keep on asking as each day, does he know how? And if it's no,
yeah,
then we're okay.
We can also ask, will he get it open within the week?
Yeah.
Can he is one thing. Will he is another thing. And I
Yeah.
don't know if the gods can answer that, but
Yeah, it's worth a shot. Will he be able to open it?
will
within a
he?
week?
Will he be able to? Will he have that knowledge within a week?
Roll another d100. The answer you receive is uncertainty.
Yeah, because that's getting into future sites.
Yeah.
But ask the god of time. They might know. Ugh.
And with that, your connection to the spell breaks as a minute has
Okay.
passed. So is there anything else before you settle in for the night?
No.
Not for me.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Morax is gonna lay Jazir to rest somewhere along these canyons and rocks and desert.
lay here to rest as in leave
Barry.
her body behind? Bury her? Okay.
There's unless did I read something wrong? I think I might have read something wrong. Sorry. Nose. Excuse me.
Mm. Okay, no, never mind. I read something wrong.
Okay. You're not going to bury.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
I'm gonna probably hold us like remembrance ceremony or something like that. But like, other than that, nothing big. Probably just for Morak, honestly.
Right.
And Momo. If Momo understands what is actually kind of happening.
Um, judging from his very forlorn expression and his unwillingness to really leave you or Jazeera, you can probably guess that he gets an idea.
Right.
Simians are pretty smart and have a lot of morning rituals.
All right. Mark not familiar with monkey, so he don't know.
Yeah. All right. Well, then, if there's nothing else, you can all settle in and for a long rest and get back some much needed health, I'm sure, and spell slots and all that noise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank
And
goodness.
I'm going to take a quick 5. I'll be right back.
Coffee break.
Coffee.
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 That reminds me. We should make hot chocolate.
Another spell I can take. Try to work out which one.
Hmm.
Oh.
Ah, I'm glad Hirith has no active conditions. That was worrying me.
Well, she had 1 point of exhaustion, but
Yeah, we
Yeah.
all lose
We
our
all did.
exhaustion point.
What the hell am I looking at?
Dee-dee-dee.
I can't wait until we get to Cordoba.
Oh boy. I'll be back.
Brian. What else?
All right, I'm back.
Hello.
It's the return of the Mac. What's up?
All right, so yeah, you all gain the benefits of log rest, wake in the morning, and gather your things and make a hasty departure as you travel along the road with a renewed sense of urgency. And I understand that Hirith is trying to keep an eye out for any opportunities to purchase milk. So I'll go ahead and let you roll
Yes.
for that if you want to roll a D100 for me.
Sure.
Do we have any sort of animals in the caravan that have milk?
Camels.
Camel or
We have
yeah, or-
camels.
62. So
I'd love a goat.
you travel for a bit less than a month, seeing as y'all are in a hurry, without really encountering any other issues along the road. Unfortunately, you do not find any opportunities in which to purchase milk.
Okay. I assume also we would be checking in frequently on whether or not the Blight King has figured out a way to destroy Windinser or get the candle. Like throughout our journey.
Yeah, because you can talk to God for fucking free, apparently.
Yes, we can.
I can't wait till second campaign. That shit is gonna change. um, but yeah, for the next few weeks, the gods tell you that no, he has not discovered a way to retrieve the black candle from Winddancer.
Okay.
All right. Let me find my notes here. Are we on the map? Nope. I'm gonna bring y'all to this map. Or page, really. So y'all can get a look at the map. So you're traveling along the Imperial Highway, and what was once cracked, dry earth of the desert and the foothills of the Thunder Mountains, you eventually enter tall savanna grasslands, lush and green, as the wet season is actually now upon you. Um, Everything starts looking greener and more alive the closer and closer you get to Cadiza. Jesus Christ.
Oh, hello, babe. Adore.
Anyway, we do eventually see Cadiza in the distance, a huge, sprawling cityscape that surrounds the northern shores of Lake Savo, uh, almost like a crescent moon, just the largest city any of you really have ever seen. Port Gazi coming into second place, but still can't hold a candle up to the immensity and of Cadiza. You start to see crowds and crowds of people occupying the highway. More and more of them the closer and closer you get to the capital city. Um, all of them heading in that easterly direction. You see spiraling minarets in the distance, the sunlight glinting off of brass and gold domes, almost like a city high rises in the modern world. Hanging gardens decorate opulent homes. There is poverty here, but it's swallowed up and overwhelmed by the excessive wealth that the city possesses. As you're traveling through the streets, you notice a pair of city watchmen nailing a poster to the side of the wall of one of the small businesses there. And you see standing off to the side observing them. Oh, wait, hold on. I have to find this. No. Where is it? There we go. Um, you see off to the side observing them is a tall individual in blue and gold robes, wearing a dark black onyx mask with this kind of gold chain mail uh, adornment around their neck and this very elaborate golden headdress. And as the men are nailing this poster to the wall, the individual just kind of turns in your direction. You can't see the eyes or expression behind the mask, but you do get the sense that they are watching you.
Would I recognise them as anything to do with our way, with the colours black and gold?
You wouldn't recognize them for that reason, but you may have heard rumors of what these individuals are, so you can make a history check if you would like. I'm still trying to find the picture.
Can I use
I
my
can't talk
guidance as
today.
well?
All right, 1 second.
My guidance.
Well, I'll guidance you if that makes more sense.
Oh, yeah.
Like, because I think Morak's also like looking at them, like, I may have heard them of that
prepared.
before. Yeah. Thing is now a 22.
I'm sorry, I'm just trying to find the picture that I wanted to show y'all, and it's very not prepared. I apologize.
Folders, Matt. Gotta learn to use folders.
I do, but I never remember what folder I put them in.
Gotta have this one. This
There it
folder
is.
for this very specific reason. Um,
I found it. Okay, and I'm putting this in the room chat. All right, there we are.
Oh, right. Okay.
So while you've never
Okay.
encountered one of, or actually seen one of these individuals in person before, you have heard the stories of the law mages of Cadiza, very powerful elite guards of the city, and sometimes even commanders of the Imperial Army. As you're walking past, Allura kind of, sidles up alongside all of you and whispers, "Those are the law mages. They keep very strict order in this city. We need to be careful with how we behave here."
Hirith just quietly nods her head and jabs Lujane really hard in the ribs.
I'm perfectly well behaved. Though this whole place is built on slaves, isn't it?
Also, this thing is really
Yeah.
creepy. Not gonna lie.
yes. I think this whole nation is built upon slaves.
But like all of the wealth she's seeing here, especially, has got to be like a
Yes.
yes. So
Um,
Jane tries her best to behave, but she has this look like she has just stepped in shit every time she takes a step in this city. Like she is
Makes sense.
so fucking like unimpressed and unhappy with everything she's seeing here.
All right.
The thing that
Um,
Liu Zhang doesn't know is that they have a slave union, and it's pretty well funded.
Hey,
So,
they're a step above Amazon. That's for
Yeah.
sure.
Right.
Anyways,
Oh yeah, yes. Let's talk shit about Amazon.
Yeah, no one here is employed by Amazon
No one here at all.
or currently streaming on an Amazon service.
Yeah, but I gave up my
we're small enough, okay?
associate
Yeah.
or whatever it's called.
Oh, that okay. So you're allowed to talk shit.
Yeah.
So, as they finish nailing up this poster, the three of them move along, and the only thing you can see from this distance is this text that you can make out the word "wanted" printed in large, bold red letters.
I kind of want to see what's on that.
I also actually want to see what's on it because
I'll see what's on it.
they're wanted. That means
As you
money.
go
Yeah,
and take a
right.
look, this is what you see, and I'm gonna post it in the the thing.
The thing.
The thing and the stuff.
All right, you should all be able to see it now.
Hooray!
Though it's in the wrong
Should we?
place,
The
but
thing with the whatnot.
it'll
Yeah.
probably be under sessions notes. Put it because I put it in the
Oh,
wrong
I
place.
see it. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
What were the names of those
Ah,
planes? The nomads that we ran into earlier.
kill.
Hmm?
Jedediah.
That was not Jedediah, you douche.
Jared.
Gerard.
Gerard.
I know.
Okay.
I said it wrong intentionally. Just
The
to
other
piss off
one
Matt.
was Faid. Was
Okay.
the leader
Okay.
of the
Ah.
Kishabin one Watani. Khadiza's security officer.
Gerard.
And that
Is
should
this
say dead
Gerard
or alive.
familiar to me?
He would not be, no.
Okay.
Especially since they're only just now putting up wanted posters. So
It could be
Yeah.
infamous, but then maybe they just put up a new sign saying, "Oh yeah, the bounty it's increased."
Sure. But
Are any of the people that like put up the poster still like around?
they haven't wandered too far off.
Hirith would go up to them and politely ask, I'm traveler, I'm just curious what this man is wanted
As you approach them, the two watchmen immediately draw swords and step in front of the law mage, who turns and just stares down at you.
for. She
Just
puts
this
her hands
towering,
up.
slender figure.
She puts her
The
hands up
Jake.
like, I don't mean any harm. Like, I was just curious, just asking a question.
The law mage raises their hand, and you see the two guards stow their weapons. Ask your question then.
I was just curious what this man is wanted for.
Multiple counts of blackmail, kidnapping, murder, grand larceny, arson.
How
Grand
terrible.
Theft Auto.
After stamping out the Eclipse, other smaller gangs tried to rise into power, and this particular one runs a group that have gained quite a bit of notoriety.
Does the group have a name?
Yep. One sec.
The Waning Crescent.
This isn't me trying to be a bitch.
No,
I
I
promise.
know. I'm just trying to. It's my fault, not yours.
Notes. Where are the notes? Where are my notes? Scattered paper everywhere. I was just thinking it's probably going to be a really dumb name based off the like
I have to take
Eclipse,
a call,
but just
sorry.
little difference, just for funny.
Yeah.
Like instead of the Eclipse, it's Dawn or something.
New Dawn. Sorry.
That's why I said Waning Crescent.
God, where did I put it? I'm so unprepared.
You want to check behind that other folder.
Oh.
Jesus.
Okay, yeah. They call themselves the Whispering Waifs. Of course, now she's AFK.
Well, that does sound very lovely. Sorry for my friend's interference. We won't bother you again. Thank you for your answer.
And the law mage just nods their head, and they turn and continue to walk away.
Waifs.
I wrote all this
Wait.
shit 2 weeks ago, guys. So I
Waifs
can't
or
remember it
wraiths?
off the top. Waifs, as in
Waifs.
orphans.
I thought it was
As
wastes, so felt better. It's like whispering wastes. That doesn't sound like a very. Anyways,
Let's just find this wizard and get out of this place. This is
well, I also maybe want to find some
no.
jewelers.
Yeah.
I need
of
to
Got a lot of
variety.
errands.
I
Maybe
need to
maybe the
deal
wizard
with
might have them.
Cassius's body. Get that fully buried.
Seems like we all have errands then. I wanna
Lady Allura turns to you all. Surely you would, after all this travel, you'd want to go to Lord Omar's and just take the night, wash, get some clean clothes.
But I smell fine.
He's expected us. He's prepared rooms.
I know, but we're
We've
carrying
been
2 dead
waiting a
bodies
long
right now.
time for this. We've been waiting a while for this. I think we want to get our show on the road,
Yeah,
so
all
to
right.
speak.
He doesn't mind us having 2 dead bodies with us and my incessant need for milk.
We'll just weekend at Bernie's it.
You're
You won't
right.
get it.
The bodies may be a problem, but
I mean, the law mage didn't seem to have a problem with the 2 bodies strapped to our horses, just not in caskets or anything. Just,
I think they were staring at you like that.
oh yeah.
It's an elf thing. Don't worry about it.
Right.
Oh yeah, probably seeing an elf with a bunch of dead bodies around is really comforting.
Yeah, they might have a question.
But it may be something that another thing he'd be willing to assist with.
Well, if that might be the case, maybe we should go see him first. And then, if things are fruitless, then we do our own thing. And then maybe we get some rest and,
Can't stop hiccuping here.
Oh, God.
So do
I don't
you
know
follow
about you
Lady
guys.
Allura?
I'm more propositioning that that's a good idea. Maybe we should go see what this lord has or is willing to do for us or Khadiza, and then go off on our own endeavors if needed.
Mm-hmm.
I
Okay.
think that's what Morik's proposing.
Yeah, that'll have to do.
Okay.
You better be happy about it, Lu Zhang.
No one else is saying otherwise, so we're just gonna run with this.
Yeah.
As you continue to follow Lady Allura, you get a better sight of the towering structures you had saw on the outskirts of the city. You see colossal statues in the distance that ring the shoreline of Lake Savo. Each one of them representing one of the many gods of Adyrn. All of them dwarfed by the monumental pyramid of Awe, tipped with the golden statue of a full-bodied sphinx.
Wait, so there's a sphinx on top of the pyramid?
Yeah.
Wow. Wait, how big is the sphinx then?
Nightmare.
It's
How big is the sphinx compared to the sphinx in Egypt?
right. Well, the statue of the sphinx itself is maybe 100, 120 feet tall.
Okay. I imagine it's sitting, not like laying down.
Right.
Okay.
It's sitting on the tip of the pyramid of Awe.
Must be very uncomfortable.
Oh, I've read about this.
What captures your attention more, perhaps, even though you stare up at this just awestruck, is the occasional sight of a living sphinx flying over the city. There's several different kinds. You know that they serve as protectors of Khadiza and servants of the royal family or imperial bloodline. So you can, as you continue to follow Lady Allura, you do eventually arrive at the manor of Lord Omar, a sprawling estate that lies on the coastal cliffs overlooking Lake Savo. The entire estate is surrounded by tall, whitewashed stones tipped with metal spikes to defend against any would-be intruders. You are greeted at the gate by a pair of guards dressed in black and golden robes and leather loricas beneath ringmail armor. They each wield curved khopesh swords and have small, spiked metal targets strapped to one arm. Without any need to state your business, as Lady Allura leads you up to the gate, the outer guards step aside, and you see a second pair of guards swing open the gates from the other side. Stepping through the gates, you walk into a vast landscape of immaculately tended bushes, small groves of cypress and various fruit trees, garden ponds and marble fountains with a veritable menagerie of animals. Swans share ponds with pink flamingos, and peacocks roam the grounds as well. You see a trio of zebra nearby lift their heads from grazing to watch as you make your way up to the manor, and you even see a towering giraffe walking out from behind a stand of trees, gingerly picking at the tallest boughs. Stepping up to the door of the manor, set back from a stone patio that runs the entire breadth of the front of the building, with marble pillars supporting a long second-story balcony over the doors, swing open before you even have an opportunity to knock. Standing at the door is a woman with dark coffee brown skin, wearing a sleeveless black and gold cotton dress and a tall, cylindrical black and gold hat. She wears several gold earrings, and her nose is pierced with a thin golden hoop. She also has several gold bangles adorning her wrist, and she even has gold flakes sweeping out from the corners of her eyes, blended into dark charcoal mascara. She smiles and bows her head in greeting. Hello, I am Ibiji. It is a pleasure to meet you. Unfortunately, Master Omar was not able to greet you in person. He is a very busy man, and his time is highly demanded. He did, however, instruct me to show you to the guest quarters and allow you ample opportunity to freshen up. Baths and clean clothes can be provided. He wishes me to offer you his deepest apologies for not being immediately present, but promises to see you at dinner. Dinner will be held on the terrace, and there will be someone to come and escort you there when it is time. Until then, please do take advantage of Master Omar's generous hospitality. If you are in need of anything, there will always be someone close at hand to attend to you. Now, if you'll follow me, I will lead you to the guest quarters.
How long till dinner?
Oh, just before sunset. 3 or 4
I
hours.
look towards
from
the sun and judge how much time we might
now.
have.
3 or 4 hours from now.
It's like blinding. Okay.
Do you all follow?
Do we want to
Yeah.
freshen up? It has been a month.
Yeah,
And
let's get
It's
dressed
been a
and
month or
ready and
two. We might
Okay.
need it.
So, Ibichi guides you towards the east wing. You pass several doors leading into any number of rooms. The walls are decorated with exquisite Degascan paintings depicting scenes from historical events, landscapes, and what you can only assume are portraits of family. You pass by many servants attending to various household chores, all of them dressed much the same way as Ibiji, though deprived of ornamentation, confirming that among the servants, Ibiji is of a much higher status. You are eventually led to several rooms that have been prepared for you. While barren of much decor, the rooms are immaculately well kept, clean, and comfortable. Each room has a sliding glass patio door that offers you a view of the estate grounds should you wish to throw open the curtains. A large bed with clean white linen sheets and ebonwood frames take up a third of each room, and you see that there's a wardrobe and a dresser for you to store your belongings. There's also a golden ebonwood tub in the corner of each room, tastefully obscured by a 3-panel dressing screen.
Tastefully obscured.
Yeah. Now that you have a moment to rest after a long journey, and with the prospect of questions answered in the near future, what would you all like to do with the few hours left to you before dinner is ready to be served?
Hmm.
My first thought is immediately leave and go to a store.
Sorry.
Shane's gonna take a bath.
Yeah,
that sounds good.
I think Mark is also gonna take a bath because I think
Yeah, I think we should go to the baths.
Just one big team bath.
I don't think we can all fit.
Save on water.
Oh yeah, they do big team baths. Yeah, they're big baths.
These were not large enough for that.
Oh,
They can maybe comfortably fit 2 people at a time. And
I
each room has their separate bath.
I ask one of the servants, is there more of a public bath? Private but public bath.
Perhaps in this city, but I don't know why you wouldn't want to take advantage of a bit of privacy here.
We're kind
friends.
of
We like to talk.
weird. Yes.
We're close.
We're friends. Too
Right.
close.
Well, I'm afraid I can't accommodate you in that manner.
Off screen, you weren't there for it, but off screen, we all just became one big polyamorous relationship. So
apparently,
at home,
we lost a lot of dear ones close to us. We're kind of just,
or just a little.
I don't. Lonely, maybe. I don't think that's the best word, but that's the word I'm coming up with.
And this turns into a Stephen King novel.
Gross.
None of us are underage, though. That doesn't make sense.
I'm
Still
almost
gross.
too old for this situation.
I think Herewith would probably share a room with Lujane. Well, I guess she would ask.
Or like you have your own room, but you just choose not to use it.
Yeah. Let's keep each other close. Who knows when the Blight King's gonna come?
Okay. So she would.
But I get first dibs on the bat.
Yeah. She'd allow that. But I think she would. Nah, never mind. She'll take a bath after Lujane, but she's planning on asking for milk, but she'll probably do it a little bit later.
Okay.
I just need some milk to drink while I take this bath. It's normal.
Servant raises their eyebrow.
We're just gonna all join in one bath together and drink a whole bunch of milk at once.
It's a
Actually,
tradition.
Lord Omar, he takes milk baths often. It's supposed to be very good for the skin.
Yeah, that explains that scene in Arcane. It was milk. It was milk.
Please tell me we're not gonna summon here.
Well, we don't have another home to put things on the doorstep of, so
we keep bringing the Blight King into other people's homes.
Matt,
well,
are you ready to TPK the party and just kick us out?
I mean,
we're just gonna go to each city and just summon the Blight King and Calamity.
Hi, Blight King.
Who knew that we were the cause of it?
Hi, Blight King. This is Lord Omar, our only ally and the strongest mage we know.
And we hold him very dearly to our hearts. So please don't kill him.
This is where he lives. His exact address. In his bedroom. Smile.
And somehow we have his social insurance number. Who knew?
I guess we'll see what happens.
Fuck.
Would anyone like to do anything else other than bathe, wash the dirt of the road off of you, and change into some new clothes?
Rieta has, just to let you know, because of Jazeera's, she doesn't know when Jazeera and they're going to vanish to get her, maybe revive her. She has swapped out the names in her book.
Okay.
So that Adyrn is protected.
I guess we refresh the names that got used, right?
Yeah.
I guess I'd ask Morak if he needs any assistance with like finding
His
stuff.
back's grubbed.
Well, I may not need assistance in that sense, but Morak looks to his shoulder where Momo is probably there, and he's
Don't
like,
forget
"I
your
think
10
this one needs a
hit
bath."
points will have been renewed.
I don't know if he trusts me.
No. I mean, I want you to help me
I
flush the monkey.
I know, but I don't know if he trusts me.
I don't know if he trusts me either.
I can maybe play a soothing song. I don't know if he would even want me to touch him. I think he probably trusts you more than me. I'll help. Let's see what I can do. I guess
I'm
she'll
gonna
help.
wash the monkey
Okay.
because I feel bad.
You're gonna attempt to bathe the monkey.
Yes.
Well,
Okay.
we can at least like bring like maybe a bowl or like a tub of water near him. See,
Because
I don't know how do monkeys actually
I'm gonna
keep
put him in the
clean?
tub.
Yeah, but
I
you
need you to
can
make an athletics check.
you can
As
also like
this
take a
monkey
cloth.
starts screaming bloody murder as you try to throw it into the water.
Mark's
And
only
it's
doing this
time to
because he
get away
thinks
from
that's
you.
what Jazeera would do. Not probably what Jazeera would do, but Morak believes it.
Okay,
Athletics?
more.
Yeah.
Don't just throw him in. What are you doing? Just see what he thinks of.
Just holding the monkey.
Okay, just see what he thinks of the water
19.
first.
Oh wow, it's a tie. What happens in a tie?
I made sure it's
I don't
warm.
remember.
I don't know. Usually
Pretty sure defender wins. Let me check.
Yeah.
I think also defender wins.
Let's see.
Yeah, I think in a tie, like nothing happens
The
essentially.
contest was yeah. Defender wins, nothing happens.
Okay.
So it remains the same state as before. So we have an unbathed monkey and a tub of water.
Yeah. So if they're already grappled, then they stay grappled. But if they're not grappled, they don't get grappled.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Here will say, look, Momo.
It's just scrambling all over you, trying like just wriggling out of your grasp, trying to scratch you up a bit. What's your AC?
18.
Okay, then you're fine. As it's just kind of freaking out.
Kirith just sort of starts to hum and just like make soft cooing noises and say his name and say, look, Momo, and just basically like puts her hand in and then maybe like gets a cloth wet and like shows it to him.
Okay, make an animal handling check with advantage because you explained that what you were doing very well.
Morak dunk monkey in tub. You're a very common casual approach.
Momo kind of like still on Morak's shoulder, kind of like reaches out towards you, like kind of pushing off of Morak's face as it tries to get into your arms and will allow you to bathe him.
And she does, like humming and singing, softly throughout, and she doesn't ever like submerge him. she takes, like gently just like takes the cloth and that's how she'll bathe him.
I mean, that's how I bathe. I mean, it usually works for me, so.
I mean, you were just trying to just throw this poor monkey into water.
I was gonna gently submerge the monkey.
But he doesn't know that.
Drown.
But he should know better. I'm very friendly.
Yeah, well, he's been through a lot of changes. It's been a tough month. And she kind of like scritches his neck.
Yeah, and as you towel Momo off, he becomes very, very floofy.
Woohoo!
Um,
All right.
if there's any like, is there like any fruit or any nuts that might be laying around in our rooms?
Actually, yeah, you would see some small plates of food out. See a lot of almonds and pistachios, cherries, dates, olives.
She would give him the pick of whatever he
Uh-huh.
wanted.
Yeah.
I
They charge you an arm and a leg, it's the hotel bar. What are you gonna do?
$7 per almond.
Yeah. All right.
What are these ridiculous prices?
So Momo gets a snack and a bath, and you all, I imagine, take the opportunity to bathe and get into some clean clothes, and you no longer feel disgusting.
Yeah, and
Well,
Hirith would also ask Rieta to check in with her god again and just real quick and see if the Blight King has cracked the Wind Dancer code.
Okay.
Right. Still no change in that.
Okay.
All
I
right.
really think we needed that as a group, like good old monkey cleaning cleanser.
I
Just
mean,
picking lice out of each other's hair.
Yeah,
Um,
grooming.
It's been very dire and very serious.
What's the plumbing like? Are these? Does this work on a similar system to our placing in Katesh, where it had, some magic to run the
you're
pipes, or is it?
you're
Do we
not
show up
in.
and there's already water in the tub, or did we have to ask a
No.
slave to haul water up, or
Hen-
what's the?
Henry
Yeah,
Cavill is just
they're-
waiting for you in the tub.
All right, this is good.
Cavill.
Ah,
So you're not entirely sure if it operates in the same magical way as your home in Katesh, but there are a series of pipes. There are, the faucets and everything, hot water, cold water.
Okay, so there might be a boiler room or something. It might not be how it works exactly, but it's pipes. We don't have to ask someone to bring shit.
Yeah, you're not having slaves dump water into it and heat up rocks to dump into the water to make it, boil and hot. No.
Okay, good.
that'd be hilarious to watch a slave just open the door as Mark's trying to dunk a monkey.
A
It's
donkey.
like, just a donkey.
So at this point, we'll take a 15, 20-minute break and then come back to it, all right?
Okay. I'm gonna put my BRB screen on. Do not let me forget to take it off.
Okay.
Okay.
Take off your screen.
I just did. Thank you.
Take it off, Chelsea.
What?
No. I have
No,
Russ.
evidence.
no, that's
Are you
for
grabbing
later,
that?
Matt.
Yeah, $20 first.
The cost is too high.
Let's pick it back up.
$20 for my shirt, $20 for my pants.
Oh my god.
And that's end of list. That's as naked as I'll get.
Well,
You'll like cross
You could make a lot of money if you did $20 per sock too, but I mean,
yeah. I am actually
When
wearing
she-
socks for once. So.
and if you're in layers, I mean that
Yay, that means
Just-
more money for you, you know.
it just adds up.
Yeah.
I can
Alright,
take my
so-
scarf off. I can do box jumping.
picking up where we left off, you've all bathed, gotten clean, you're wearing clean clothes, you're feeling refreshed. And about a half an hour before sunset, a servant comes to each of your rooms to escort you to dinner. They each hook their arm around yours and guide you through the halls before exiting out onto a gorgeous terrace overlooking Lake Savo, offering a spectacular view of the crystalline waters as well as a view of the towering statue of Hesed. Beneath
Is
a
this
white
the
linen,
thing here? Linking arms? So, I don't know. It makes
Yeah,
me
I mean,
feel a bit
it's-
like an old lady.
Hey, Giselle. Sorry, not.
Let me help you across the road, dear.
Chelsea, did you take off the "We'll be back" screen?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you for reminding me.
beneath the white linen canopy is a long, dark wood table dressed in a white tablecloth, and place settings have already been put out for each of you. The servants pull out your chairs, and as you take your seats, another individual approaches the head of the table. Looks to be early into middle age, with bronze skin and a handsome, angular face. He has curls of black hair that fall just past his ears, and he sports a thin, neatly trimmed goatee. He's dressed in the black and golden robes, embroidered around the hem and cuffs with intricate patterns and studded with tiny rubies. Golden bangles hang on his wrists and around his ankles, and each of his fingers and thumbs are adorned with rings of varying gems and metals. Good evening to you all. I am Omar Ibn Walabazi. It is a pleasure to meet you. And Lady Allura, it has been far too long. I heard about Katesh. You have my deepest sympathies, dear. I was really rooting for you. I do apologize for not being able to welcome you to my home personally, but alas, certain obligations required my attention. I have, however, prepared a fantastic meal for you all, and while we dine, you could tell me why you have come and sought me out. And with that, he clasps his hands, and a pair of side doors open up as a number of servants begin streaming out, each carrying cloche-covered trays. They encircle the table, and in unison place the trays before you before removing the cloches and revealing the exquisite array of dishes underneath. For you, you see honey and butter-basted peacocks studded with cloves and red currants.
The
and
sexy
seasoned with
bird.
spice. There's rack of lamb crusted in mint and almond pesto and garnished with a sprinkling of pomegranate seeds. You see trays of roasted figs stuffed with melted goat cheese and thinly sliced ham, and there's slices of fried eggplant covered in generous helpings of fire-roasted onions and peppers. Another tray has stuffed grape leaves filled with ground lamb sausage, pine nuts, and heavily seasoned with a variety of spices. And throughout the table, a veritable smorgasbord of olives, meats, cheeses, fruits, nuts, and breads, served alongside whole grain mustard, hummus, and basara. There is even dessert, as Lord Omar likes to enjoy his sweets before the main course. You see paper-thin, flaky pancakes that have been slathered in warm butter in between each fold and drizzled with amber honey. And there's also a rich milk pudding topped with apricot jelly and dusted with crushed pistachios. The servants around the table carve and serve so that you can sample a little of every dish, arranging them on your plates in an aesthetically pleasing manner. That was a hard sentence. Before filling your glasses with a peppery red wine, and then silently exiting the terrace, leaving you to enjoy your meal. And as the sun begins to set below the horizon, a trio of musicians begin playing a soft and quiet melody, just loud enough to provide a background for the evening's meal. And as Lord Omar finishes polishing off a cup of pudding, he sets it down, and his gaze sweeps over you. So, how can one such as I assist you this evening?
Question, and it may be just because I had to take a call. Allura is here with us, right? Or no?
Yes, Allura, Rashid, and Yadmila are actually all at the table with you. I should
Okay.
have mentioned that, actually.
Okay, that's fine. And did Allura make it clear that she was coming to Khadiza to see Omar as well? Not just she knows him and he's in Khadiza.
She let y'all know that she had already made arrangements to have you all visit him. She doesn't really need to see him in particular. This was a favor to all of you.
Okay, but she's still here with us then.
Yeah.
Okay, so she isn't here to talk to him about funding, getting funding for the city.
No.
Okay, cool. So she's basically just here introducing us. Got it.
Yeah.
We're the new folk. Sorry, I'm still stuck on something that said. Sorry, you said peppered wine, and I'm just thinking someone with a really ridiculously large pepper, like
No, peppery
crushing,
wine. It tastes.
It's wine peppered. It's all in my head, and I
No,
can't get rid of it.
you have somebody next to you with a pepper grinder, just waiting for you to say that's enough.
When? Way past when. Just in my head. Sorry, my brain is stupid.
Okay.
I'll be back. Sorry.
That's fine.
Is it then?
Okay, one more question
Mm-hmm.
before I start role playing. Were we all introduced before this or during?
No, not really. You're all sitting around the dinner table, and he's
This was our
basically asking you in a polite way, "What do you want?"
Right. I was just curious, like, if I needed to make an introduction before I
You
just
can.
like start talking. Okay, so Kirith, I guess will
I'll turn the music off.
I guess she'll begin. She'll say, before I introduce ourselves, we just my comrades and I, we would just like to thank you truly from the bottom of our hearts for your generosity and your hospitality.
Of course, any friends of Allura are friends of mine.
She nods and she says, "We've several of us are counselors. We sit on the council of Katesh. We assisted with freeing the Katesh from the city from the criminal the outlaws that held it, and helped to rebuild it. My name is Hirith Arastasia, and I don't remember what the fuck role I am on the council.
The curator.
Yeah, okay. I am the curator. This is Morak. He is our treasurer. This is Rieta, our
High priestess?
yeah, high priestess.
I know it sounds so.
No, sorry. Who else is sitting here? Morak. Hold on.
Adyrn and Lejane.
Yeah. This is Adyrn. He works with our spy dude. What's uh what's his
He works for the spy master.
yeah, the spy master. And this is my sister, Lujane. And
No
she
title.
is yeah, she like Hira just sort of falters for a bit and just says she was once on the council but is taking a leave of absence.
I suppose technically we all are, aren't we?
Yes. Yeah. Anyway, we have we found a curious artifact in our travels, and um its magic is beyond really what we know, and we were wondering if we could get your expertise, your opinion on this, and if it can be copied.
See, and you have this with you?
I do, yes. Um, it may be something that we might want to look at, and maybe after dinner, or maybe somewhere a little bit more out of the way or private. Just because of the
Please enjoy your meal. You've traveled so far to get here. We can hold off on business until after you've sated your appetites.
Thank you, thank you.
Try the peacock. It's very well done.
Oh, I am. It smells amazing, and I'm sure it is delightful. Lujane, sorry.
Like elbows you in the side, like, are you fucking serious?
Frosty, is Lujane vegetarian?
I don't think. Trying to think now. I think she doesn't ever prepare meat for herself, but if offered, she has meat.
Okay.
So she would never go out of her way to ask for it, purchase it, acquire it, use it in any manner. But when someone puts a plate in front of her, she tries not to fuss.
Oh no, Rose is spores.
Okay. She basically just thanks him and says it smells lovely, and maybe redirects the attention to a different vegetarian or pescatarian dish.
Well, do any of y'all have any questions or anything you want to talk about with Lord Omar while you're at the table?
Kinda. I have questions about the mage police. What were they called again?
Law mages.
The law mages?
Yeah.
Law mages. Mm.
Well, I'm curious, what is it that you what is it that you do? You are a
What's-
magic user, and it seems like you have much influence. Are are you involved in any way with the law mages?
No. They are an entirely female force.
Oh, I see.
I don't have as much influence as you would think. I am a capable arcane user, but my powers pale in comparison to um, the women mages of the city. They receive special instruction um, and attention. Uh, I'm mostly a scribe and historian. I have counseled um, the Empress on some occasions, but not quite as influential as you might think.
A scribe. Do you make scrolls then?
I do, yes.
Would that be your specialty, your expertise?
Yes, as a matter of fact.
Okay. Well, I'm glad we are talking to the right person.
And it does
I
sound
think-
like you're very knowledgeable. Sorry, what was that, Morak?
I was just wondering how the things are faring in the city. It's don't hear much from where we were, and well, we weren't really in Kadesh, but like out and around. It's nice
As
to hear
usual, the capital thrives. There has been great strides in innovation regarding science and engineering, and well,
we made.
if I'm allowed to be honest, it would seem
Well, I'd rather you be honest.
right. Well,
Well, to a
there have
degree.
been rumors for the past few months that the Empress intends to invade the North, and it would seem that those rumors are well founded.
Well, if you want, to be not so much rumors, within my camp, I know our group, the Castrals, are. It's looking like we're gonna be helping you. So those
Yes,
rumors have true grounds.
so I've heard. So you are a Kestrel. Interesting. But
I
you're
don't wear it, but yes, I am one.
you're not going to the front?
I have other issues I have to deal with first before I can.
Must be very important.
That's kind of why we're here. Morak smiles kind of awkwardly.
Oh, not to change the subject, I heard something interesting on our way in that piqued my curiosity. We spoke with a law mage and her two guards. They were posting wanted posters. And, well, I suppose there's two interesting things that came from this interaction. One is I know nothing of this Gerard other than what is mentioned on the wanted poster and some of the brief descriptions of his crimes, and that he's started I think a group called the Whispering Waifs.
Yes.
So that's interesting. I'd love to hear your thoughts on that. And then the second is that something about the eclipse being stamped out.
That is also interesting.
That's something I
heard
hadn't
that too.
heard. Yeah.
Only in Cadiza. I read that about Cadiza.
Yeah, that's actually
That's not that quite common knowledge.
It is a little bit, but it's kind of not 100% accurate.
Okay, they believe they about the eclipse.
The influence of the eclipse has been greatly reduced here in Cadiza. It is my understanding that they do still have some minor operations, but they don't have enough to be able to keep smaller gangs from gaining influence and territory. These whispering waifs you speak of, I am aware, quite a nasty group. They, from what I understand, Hokai was making secretive shipments here to Cadiza.
Hokai. It's a northern country, right?
Nope.
No?
No.
People that
Far
all
East
in that
continent.
tribe,
Well, yeah, it's north of here, though.
the Hokai.
Sorry, you've never. Yeah, I was also thinking
We don't
like
have a world map.
I was also thinking Hokkaido, which means way of the North Sea
Yeah,
in Japan. So I was just like, oh, it's north.
right.
Far East, so you know.
Yeah.
And it is my understanding that these whispering waifs first started making ground when they discovered these secret shipments and began um, extorting uh, the merchants, the Guild of Mercers, and even, from my understanding, the imperial family itself. They started to gain a lot of power. And without the eclipse here to rival them, they're more or less going unchecked.
I see. Frizzy, you're hard to hear.
That's because I had my mic muted or very low.
Okay.
That's my bad.
I could hear you barely, and I was like, I don't know what you're saying.
Oh,
So if you said anything, you're gonna have to repeat it.
wasn't worth repeating.
Okay, that's fine. I see. Well, have you had any run-ins in your line of work with any issues, any impacts, ill impacts from this group?
Um, Other than a few small stolen shipments, I thankfully have not been uh, affected too much
What's a
by
Hokai?
these criminals.
So, well, what's Hokai's interest with them? I wonder. She's kind of like,
It's not an interest with them; it's an interest with the Empire.
mm,
From what I understand, they were helping us to develop some new weapons of war.
Maybe along with those rumors of the Northern Plan. But I can only assume. But, you know, when
so
in war, you always need allies.
so Hokai is working against the Empire?
With
But I
Or
thought that
with.
I'm confused because I thought they were working with this gang.
They're
The
stealing their
gang
shit.
learned of we're stealing and learned of the secret shipments and used that to begin extorting.
I see, I
Oh,
see.
okay.
Okay.
Oh, okay. All right. I thought that was extremely clear, but okay.
No, I also thought that was they were getting secret shipments from Hokai.
Yeah.
Well, now we're all on the same page. As Morak drinks the peppered wine. Delicious.
It's wine. Peppery.
Hi, Artorias.
I know what you said, but my brain works in mysterious ways. It's so dumb. And Morak likes doing dumb things, so you know I wouldn't put it past him.
And it seems like the law mages are very capable. It's this Gerard and the Whispering Waves must be quite um capable themselves in order to elude them.
Yes, they've given the law majors a bit more trouble than I think they anticipated. Um,
Mm.
they seem to be
Well,
able
with
to move about
everything,
the city unseen, undetected, leave no evidence behind. All very strange.
Hirith like sort of rubs her chin a little bit and she says, this city, it's you being a historian, I'm sure the city is quite old. Is it not?
It is the oldest in Dagaska.
something I read in a book once is that often cities are, as they expand, grow upon the remnants of older parts of itself. There, do, does there happen to be any tunnels or buried?
Old catacombs that connect to the temples, sewer system, absolutely. And I know what you're thinking. These have already been investigated. It would seem that the Whispering Waves certainly use these routes to get around the city, but they've also managed to heavily trap these passages. Even the sewer laborers are having trouble doing their jobs. Um, many having lost their lives to the many traps.
Oh, that's unfortunate, especially when innocents are drawn into.
Well, it's really nothing. We have no shortage of laborers in Cadiza. It's nothing to worry about.
Yeah, it's
Here's
See
part of the
Lucian just
job.
like stop mid bite. It's just like okay.
here's
Just
like
puts her, like
glances at Lujane and kind of puts a hand on, I don't know, brushes her hand up against her leg, I guess, her thigh, just to like say, yeah, I know it sucks, but shush.
yeah, Lucian's just gonna
Is
just going to put down her knife and fork and just keep her hand. Just she's lost her appetite and she's not gonna say anything. She's on her best behavior right now.
it is, and Morak is like, it is a shame, but it is the way of this land. Sometimes people just get unlucky. But
Some people more
but
than
I
others.
think that might be enough about what's happening here. But we might need help, and Lady Allure here thinks you are the right man for the benefit of us and our salvation, assistance, something like that.
Well,
Yeah.
I'll certainly do what I can. Shall we finish with dinner and then get down to business?
Yes, I'm
Yeah.
ready for that next course meal. Mm.
Okay.
Hirith might. Does she see the? I can't remember her name. Habija, the servant
The
woman.
servant,
Yeah,
Adiji?
Habiji.
She doesn't appear to be present. It's just all of you, Lord Omar, and the three musicians at the moment.
Oh, I see. I see. So the servants aren't like standing by.
No.
What are this? Uh, never mind. Doesn't matter. I
Jane
was
empties her wine glass.
drunkard. I think Hirith would probably really be interested in the music that they're playing and the instruments that they're playing and that sort of thing. But other than that, I don't really have any other RP.
No more wine on the table.
Once your glasses are drained, every now and then Lord Omar will clap his hands and servants will come out to replenish anything that needs to be replenished.
Okay.
Hirith says, "We need your mind to be clear."
I am trying to be on my best behavior.
I know, but I don't think alcohol is going to help with that.
But what you need from me is to shut the fuck up because I'm gonna lose it.
Yeah, but I don't think alcohol
My
is
goal
going to
is to
help
get
with that.
Lujane arrested.
Lolo, I feel like alcohol makes you talk more than you think.
Well, Maybe I'll just excuse myself. You can have that
Yes.
conversation.
We need this subplot.
Okay.
What are you
I'm just
doing,
gonna
Pandora?
drink a little bit more.
She might ask one of the servants who come to fill the wine, say, "Excuse me, this honey and this bread is absolutely delectable. Would it be too much to ask if I could get some honey bread and maybe some milk to wash it down, maybe delivered to my room after dinner?"
Yes, certainly. Lord Ormar has made it clear that we'll do everything we can to make your stay as comfortable and pleasing as possible.
Thank you. I very much appreciate it.
Of course.
What do you think that means? Does that mean what I think it means? For all I know.
What?
Strange just like turns and whispers to whether, as comfortable and pleasing as possible is
Oh, make an insight check.
okay, great.
Oh no, this is
Ever-
this is arcane.
That's exactly what it means.
This is arcane
Oh
all
my
over
God.
again.
God fucking damn it.
This is
Jane,
arcane all over.
Jane finishes another
Yeah.
glass.
Yeah. when the council lady's mom comes and she's just got like the male himbo guy, and
right.
and then later she calls him child, and it's just like, stop being such a creep.
Ever since she got her name, everyone's just been looking at her differently.
All right. So after you all finish dinner, servants come, they clear the table, the musicians leave, and you're all left alone to discuss whatever your business you've come to discuss.
Okay, so
business.
Okay. Oh, you talk.
Yes, I will talk, Lucien.
Oh, please let our friend speak her
It'd be
mind.
faster if I explain it, but no, you got
it takes, so she has like this satchel kind of like always with her, I guess, and then she takes out the scroll, walks it over to Omar, and holds it out with both hands.
Okay.
I don't know why my demon box turned on, but it did.
He starts to reach for it and then looks at you and goes, "May I?"
Yes, please.
He takes it into his hands and starts to read it over. His brow beginning to furrow more and more as he starts to realize what it is he's holding. Kind of looks over it at all of you. This is very powerful ritual. It capable of binding one of the higher genies to a vessel. This is a map that shows a safe route through the Razor Sands. You're going after Dahaka, aren't you?
I mean,
he's not our biggest target at the moment, believe it or not.
But I mean, you have this. You could.
Yes.
You could bind him and claim all of his wealth and treasure for yourselves. This is incredible.
This is turning very bad.
Bigger problems. Bigger problems.
Well, we believe that he was the one responsible for destroying
Katash.
Well, the sandstorms have been his doing for a long time. I never knew them to go that far north, of course, but it's pretty common knowledge that It's his way of lashing out against the people of Dagaska.
Yes, but this isn't the ability to bind these powerful beings to a vessel. There's another being that continues to be a danger to us, and that's why we were wondering if it could be copied. If the ritual part could be copied.
Is it a genie specifically, or is that just an example?
It specifically is a spell for higher genie kind.
Okay, let's this like something where you just need to change a couple of words on it. You can get it to work on for a crazy example, like a 1/14 of a high fae.
I
Got some white out.
Just like 1/14, just like if you already had an archfey broken up into 7 pieces and then 7 more pieces, and you wanted to bind one of the pieces, would that be?
You know, she hasn't talked a lot throughout our
Adyrn
dinner,
is
and I think I'm
visibly
beginning to
cringing.
understand why.
Adyrn is visibly cringing. I'm just.
Spells don't really work that way, especially these kinds.
Well,
And if it was possible, it's far beyond my ability.
Well, do you have something of that? How do you?
How do you what?
Morak just sort of just steps in and is like, remember, she's like druid, so she might not know certain things. You know.
Oh yeah, I've never
It
seen.
kind of works differently.
Yeah, I'm just a druid. We all just hang out and eat moss and talk to birds. Yeah, I don't know anything about anything.
You mean tree beef?
Morak.
Yes,
we eat the
exactly.
tree beef and the river skittles. We don't know anything about anything. Okay.
I don't know what you do up there in Elfland.
Adyrn's just like head in hands, like this is how we talk to.
I hear there's like a fabulous sport that you play up there, but otherwise I know nothing about it.
Well,
okay.
I'm curious, what other being would you possibly want to use this for?
Okay, so one night Hirith got sad or whatever and decided it would be a good idea.
I don't think he needs the backstory.
Luciane, like, Hirith just like puts her hands on her shoulders, and she's like, you need to take a breath. You said that you would leave if you got too worked up.
All right, I'm
whatever anger you have with me, we can talk about later.
Okay, just he's the Blight King and he's bad. I want to kill him. I'm gonna go throw up somewhere.
The wine has affected my sister. It's very.
I'll have
strong
a couple
wine.
of servants escort her to her room and see to it that she's taken care of.
Don't think it's the wine.
Hirith just sort of like shoots a look at like Morak, like, come on, like cover for her for old time's sake, kind of like not a glare, but kind of like
I'm
a
burying her.
What'd you say?
No, I'm burying her.
I don't.
Not covering for her, but burying her.
Oh, ha ha. I get the wordplay now. I was so confused.
Okay,
yeah.
That was a good one.
So Hirith sighs and just says, if you want the full story, I'm more than happy to give it to you. But
please go ahead.
Maybe we should stick to the short version.
Yeah.
For simplicity's sake.
And
I don't want to be here for 3 hours.
It goes back into my people's history, and I'm sure you as a historian would appreciate the history of it. But long story short, an archfey was invited onto this plane and continues to plague my friends and I and my sister, and is a dangerous threat to this plane, this entire plane, to the Empire, to Dagaska.
See. And you were hoping the spell would help you to banish it.
Yes.
Some version along those lines. Yes.
I'm sorry to disappoint you. When it comes to the Fae, I don't know much about defeating them. Old Iron seems to work best, but it's hard to find.
Old iron.
Cold Iron.
Cold.
Cold. Okay.
Oh, I thought we just had to wait for iron to just, you know.
What do you
get
mean
old.
by? Yeah. I don't, shut the fuck up, Frizzy. You. You are not giving me a break tonight, man.
No. I also heard old, so too. So I was going
Okay.
along with you. Like
No.
you just said.
It's fine. I'm just kidding. Cold iron. You mean cold as in the temperature, or is it a way that the iron is made?
Right. It's not it pure iron, not adulterated with any other minerals. Not steel.
Could be why.
The cold worked instead of fire forged, and
Do you know? You said it's hard to find, but do you know if there's a way that we can procure it in the city?
perhaps the Order of the Twin Serpents, paladins who specialize in handling outsider threats. They may be able to help you.
Isn't that your order? Or
I thought it was our other friend's order.
It's my religion, his order.
I see.
We don't all serve the same church, to put it simply.
Wasn't that
Decius.
Yeah,
Decius, yeah.
Decius.
I was thinking Decius, but I was like, is it Decius?
Who?
Yeah, it was Decius's.
Who we should? Hold on. When did
Who
we
we
send?
had a wonderful relationship with.
No, when did we send his body?
Not yet.
Did
It
we?
came with you guys.
It
Yeah.
was being carried with us, and I suggested dropping it off, and then we went to the place.
Yeah. Well, we.
So it's kind of just like sitting outside in like royal storage unit, I guess.
Flies buzzing around.
Well,
Wherever you guys dumped it, along with Jazeera.
Yeah, along with Jazeera's body.
Yeah.
We showed up to the royal storage unit with two.
What did y'all think y'all were having for dinner? No, I'm kidding.
No.
Delicious.
Monkey.
Look, I made a cupcake.
Or monkey brain, like in Indiana
Yeah.
Jones.
Yeah.
Anyway,
delicious.
well, that's serendipitous. We have business with that order, so we can speak with them about maybe getting some cold iron.
Is cold iron like local thing, or is it a foreign thing?
It would mostly be something familiar to the elves, not so much down here.
How
And
come
the
we're
cost.
just hearing about this?
Huh?
Then how come we're just hearing about it now?
You're not. I've actually literally mentioned it a couple of times before.
Really? Because I was always looking for an excuse to mention it, but I was like, oh, that's metagaming. No one's told me about Cold Iron yet.
I mentioned it a couple of times.
Well, dang.
Oh, well, I didn't know it was an Elvish thing because I'm an orc. A dumb orc.
I speak Elvish.
And we thank you. With that, we got to kill a bunch of elves. It was great. Good times.
We should have taken their cold iron. Shit.
Yeah. Damn it.
They probably had it.
Fun fact: they each had a cold iron dagger and a vial of wyvern poison, but y'all didn't loot their bodies.
Fuck.
I knew they had the poison.
We must go back. Morty!
I mean, we would never had the campsite redescribed to us. Like, yeah, you come back to your old campsite. There's bodies on the ground. You remember all the good times here where heroes got stabbed.
Yeah,
We were in a bit of a rush.
I very clearly reminded
were
you
in a
all that
rush.
their bodies were there last session. I wasn't
Matt-
going to do it a third time.
We were in a rush last session.
Did
The
I
hero was
not?
running for her life.
Did I not disarm and pick up the weapon of one of them?
Yes, but those were normal daggers.
Oh!
They didn't
Oh,
break
you
out the
saved-
good stuff
You
for you.
saved the special daggers for their, I guess, their panties. We didn't
No,
check
they're-
the,
Well,
No,
why
they're
why
ceremonial
would
daggers.
why would they use Fey killing daggers on you all?
Silver for monsters, steel for humans.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, like it
Blue
looks
Jane
exactly like
is a
cold iron.
monster. I agree.
Cold iron for Faye.
Oh no, poor Lucy.
When in doubt, just kick Lu Zhang down. It's just funny.
Yeah.
You know what I would love to do is just duct tape a cold iron dagger to Wind Dancer.
Duct tape hasn't been invented yet.
Yeah, I know, no shit.
No, it has been invented. It's just a northern thing. And we don't like northerners up here. Well, down here, but you know, whatever. I'm making a Canadian joke. Red Green Show.
I sort of
I
stopped
gotcha.
listening, Frizzy, sorry.
I know.
I know of Red Green, but I've never watched it.
Canadians. God. So
She doesn't find you handsome. At least they find you handy.
So,
All right.
back to the scroll. Dahaka is imprisoned, but he is not bound to a vessel, I am assuming.
I would know.
Maybe
I
the
wouldn't
best
imagine
place to
so.
store
This
him.
this vessel
Or-
would prevent him from being able to unleash any of his power. If I were to be reading this right, it would bind him to another plane within the vessel.
Hmm.
Mm.
So, can you tell me more about the vessel? What does it need to be, and how does this ritual work?
It would require several ingredients to make. More importantly, the vessel itself, which could be a lamp, a mirrored box, a canopic jar, anything of that nature. Ingredients that I could find. I could create the vessel for you. It would just take a bit of time. And as for the ritual itself, would involve a certain incantation to be repeated. Casting may take up to a minute, but you'd have to be close. It'd be very dangerous. He would need to be weakened, rather substantially, to ensure success.
Is he a Pokemon?
Yes. I'm literally describing how
Yes.
Pokemon works.
I know. I know, and I'm like, I'm just gonna
I
call
didn't
it out.
realize it until you said it, but that's actually what I just did.
Well, I wonder if there are 7 pieces of the blade. Do you think we can catch them all in these?
You fuck.
Wonder if, or maybe we could paralyze him somehow, make him easier to catch.
Put him to sleep.
I hate you all.
That always works.
Do you know if this is?
Fuck off.
No. I got it. Don't worry. No. Come on, you guys are like old school. I got you.
One of the Landorus fucking things.
Yep.
Yeah. You bastard.
Yo, dog.
Yeah.
No, it's Hoopa awakened.
Look, all I'm saying is, Dahaka been real silent ever since this picture dropped.
There's
Yo,
Y'all are the
wait.
worst.
What if the Haka was the last cat boy and we just
Oh
didn't know?
God!
It happened to Matt Mercer too. Don't worry, it happens to the best of them.
Hey, what? Give me the
I was
timeline.
literally
When did?
describing like genie folklore too, but it kind of lines up with Pokemon, and I didn't recognize it.
Okay.
Maybe it's the
When
same
did Tabaxi go
universe.
extinct? When did
might be.
Dahaka get in the
No, no.
Razor's hands? It might line
Well,
up.
If you it lines up because the cat folk race are called Mew, which is also a Pokemon. So really, that was just hinting.
Going to
God.
catch Mew? Oh my god.
They're
This-
called Mew because it's the Egyptian word for cat.
And the layers
Why
keep
Pokemon
adding
are now-
on.
Wait. So you're saying
The
they're
Mewtwo
named
Pokemon.
Mew too?
Mm.
And we all know.
Well, we're clearly getting nowhere else tonight. Sure.
Logan just won life.
He's still just a child, and he's already
God.
won life.
He's won life.
He's
Yeah.
peaked. He's peaked already. He can't get better.
I hate you all so much.
Fuck, I love this campaign.
Well, alright. Stop!
No.
That's where we
Oh,
ended for
God.
tonight.
Logan, leave. Stop. He's already dead.
Alright, well, yeah.
Where were we? We're having dinner, right?
We are. See, I posted a picture of dinner. It makes sense.
know.
It's cat boy eating bulgo.
You guys are having dinner, talking about the scroll,
The scroll.
and if it could be used on a Fae.
Yeah. Okay. It needs to be.
The answer is
weakened
no.
beforehand. Right. I remember now.
No. The genie we have to weaken. The
Mhm.
Fae won't work. Because it doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
Mr. Druid. Or Miss Druid, excuse me.
Yeah. We good. We accidentally went to the right place. It makes sense.
I'm so sorry for derailing that.
You guys need to go talk to Decius's order about the cold iron, and you also need to deal with his body. So multitasking
And-
for the win.
We also
And
need to
Jazeera's
deal with
body, too.
Jazeera's body.
That's
gonna require some dark arts and me to find a really nice quiet spot away from everybody. Because I'm
and a
gonna do
gem.
some illegal shit.
Because this is at the point where she's been dead long enough that this is a little bit morally ambiguous now.
Not quite. So you know how there's like a time limit on resurrection spells?
Mhm.
Yep.
Those are kind of lore-wise. That's kind of like imposed by Morguleth. The thing is, and it's the thing that y'all keep a little bit confusing, is that the elves are a lot more strict when it comes to resurrection.
I thought
Than
it was
the rest of the
Dagasco that was. I thought it was
No.
Dagasco was strict.
They were real
Okay.
mad about me and skeletons, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, wasn't resurrection. That was creating
undead.
undead.
Undead
Yeah, I mean,
versus
Clearly,
resurrect.
still hasn't learned their lesson. Clearly, still doesn't understand what they did wrong.
Mhm.
From my point of view, I'm in the right.
You know, returning a willing soul to their body and forcing a creature's soul to be kept in.
I didn't
torment
touch their
as you
soul.
puppet its body. You know.
I
But they
just-
didn't
I just-
touch the soul
understand.
somehow.
Details,
Pretty
details.
sure.
We don't really
Yeah,
know.
that's
It's
the defense
ambiguous.
Lujangle using court. I
It's
didn't
all
touch
really
the souls.
I can't wait. What happens if we speak with dead one of Lujane's zombies?
Well, you'd have to let me make more zombies to find out. So, yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah.
What are you
It's-
guys doing?
Mewtwo, Colorado.
Yeah, Matt, take control of your session.
I've given up.
No,
on
he's
control.
giving up.
I'm not
man.
even in the room to get us
I'm
back on
so
track
tired.
anymore.
Everything hurts. I'm gonna kill Logan.
I thought you were gonna kill me. I'm the one who brought everything up.
You are, but he's still doing shit.
All right, so
Do you have any more questions for him? Like, I'm actually legit. Like,
yeah, like I think if creating
God,
the
Logan.
vessel is something you could do, would you be willing to do that for us in order to rid this land of Dahaka?
I mean, yes, of course. I mean, it would be such a boon to the Empire, and to think the things that could be discovered there. I will do this for you, absolutely.
And
there's
And-
no catch.
and Hirith sort of turns to Allura. She says, "And if there's treasures there, then it should be able to help rebuild Katesh after what happened."
Again,
Could be right. Or at least enough to pay off the debt that I will certainly be taking on soon. Because, no offense, in case you fail, I'll still need the money. So
I understand.
oh yeah, that's actually
no offense taken, and I don't intend to fail, but it's entirely a possibility.
Frankly, it just sounds crazy, so I completely agree with you. So, ask me this a year ago, I would not believe you. Or anything what I've been hearing today, so.
And this map, I didn't when I saw it, I mean, I didn't quite understand what I was reading. I didn't interpret it as a map, so.
Is there some way we maybe could transcribe the map into something a little bit more tangible? That'd be a good idea?
tangible than paper?
I can't read magic paper, per se. Not that one.
No, I mean, it's literally a map. You just didn't know what it was to because there was no context.
Ah, it didn't have icons. Ah.
Right.
Okay. I thought I just couldn't even tell it was a map. Okay. All right.
Yeah,
Never
you
mind.
knew
My
it was a
question is
map,
mute.
just not it was what it was a map for.
I see.
Okay. Okay.
What did I miss? My power went out, probably because someone hit a power line or something, but it came back. So I'm just waiting for everything to restart.
Morik had an idea. It was a dumb idea.
Basically, we're just getting help from Omar, understanding the map and the vessel and stuff. So where exactly does this map put us in relation to the Razor Sands?
Well, to get there, you'd have to travel through the Sarobi Desert, which is dangerous in and of itself, but it'll put you right at the edge of the Maelstrom. If you look here, you see these two symbols. They represent sort of standing stones. That'll be your point of entry. Then you'll have to be very careful to follow the route of the map, and it'll, according to this, it'll lead you safely to the center of the Maelstrom.
Well, the Sarobi Desert shouldn't be too much issue. I know that area well. The locals, however, might be not so kind.
Well, I would still suggest maybe hiring some guides that know the locations of all the oases, safest routes, what tribes to avoid, that sort of thing.
Oh, I look towards Hirith. It's like, oh, you can trust me. Don't worry. I'm a good guide.
Hirith just.
help some.
What was that, Rihanna?
I will be able to help guide some. She studied the Lone Pilgrim. That was the book she kept. So she's got advantage on nature and survival checks in the Sarobi Desert.
The other thing I'm interested in preparing for is how to weaken a genie.
Good question.
Don't tell me we have to hit it many times.
Jane would
You
suggest.
might,
I don't
unless you
maybe
know
like,
false swipe. That might help a bit.
Jane would suggest just a bunch of skeletons, maybe, but she's not in the room, so.
You just hear from echoing down the halls, a bunch of skeletons.
Too bad.
Just like-
no toxic.
Just like 42 skeletons for a crazy example, just a number out of nowhere. Just 42 skeletons, all with bows. Just shoot.
Oh,
just-
God.
All descending upon us. Where did they come from? Gods, sound the alarms.
That,
Oh, no.
Omar, in answer to your question, is like, I wouldn't have the slightest notion of. That is not my area of expertise.
Perhaps- Perhaps
No,
it's
you go
another
on your-
topic of discussion that we can save for the Order of the Twin Snakes.
They would probably know best. I have a more personal request. Do you happen to have diamonds available?
I'm sorry. What was that?
Diamonds? Diamonds.
Diamonds.
You know, jewels. Yes. Very
Diamonds.
much so. I could purchase them if need be, but
I could certainly take a look. But if I don't, Kadiza has some of the finest marketplaces in the world. Be able to find anything you need there.
But I lean forward a little bit. But you know the right people, right? Where we can find the best deal. Mark smiles.
It depends on what the diamond is used for. Are you two perhaps getting engaged? And kind of waves a hand between Morak and Hirith.
Hirith just says, "Oh no, he's much too young for me."
Yeah, I'm totally like at my peak and prime.
Right.
She's missing out. No, more for medical reasons per se. I have some friends I owe. Some very close, dear friends that I owe.
It's components for spells is what you're looking for, correct?
Well, yes, but
that I can certainly help you with. Yes, I can point you in the right direction.
And maybe up your, customary 10% discount. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Make a persuasion check.
Don't you have like a negotiation thing?
Yeah, can I use that for my Kestrel stuff to get advantage?
That's when you're taking a job and getting paid for it. I don't
Yeah,
think
it's
it's just
a different thing.
Oh, okay. I wasn't.
I know, but I was trying to bend the rules.
Maybe a bit of guidance.
Yeah, guidance me. That I would not mind.
It's not bad.
Mark's being really nice.
Nice, yeah.
Which is
I
really
think
weird.
I could probably arrange for something like that with one of my own personal sellers.
Yes, well, might as well give him good business. Everybody wins. I get what I need. Makes good friends. Introduce me to people. Be fantastic.
Well,
Here,
Well,
you were going
you've
to
all
say something
certainly
about
brought.
marriage.
What?
What?
What about marriage, Borak?
Oh no, that you were saying we're not available, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, what
Well,
is
you
that?
did ask.
What is that thing that my sister says? Half my age plus 60.
Oh God.
Means
40.
perfectly reasonable.
Plus 40. Half my age. Plus 40. Yeah, sorry. No. Anyway,
Well,
jokes aside,
it wasn't meant to be.
Harris just sort of looks uncomfortable.
Mark also looks uncomfortable after making that joke.
Yeah.
It's just like, that doesn't feel right.
Yeah, because it actually feels like now you are like being like legitimate, like, hey, want to get together? And here's like,
absolutely not.
Yeah.
Mark is just kind of leaning into it because he's also uncomfortable, and his humor is not helping.
Yeah, so Harris is just like, anyway,
Let's move on.
I am starting to feel a bit tired and would like to retire. Omar, would you like a copy of the scroll?
Didn't we give that to Mama Bones?
Yep.
Mhm.
Yes, but I can make another copy, and he's also a scribe.
Okay, yeah.
Well, I
You
thought
can leave it with him. Yeah.
I thought that's why you brought it to me, was to make a copy.
I thought we asked that earlier.
Right, but it doesn't work for the thing that you were wanting the copy for.
Yeah.
But maybe
I mean,
just wanna
it
make
might be a good
copy
idea
as-
in case we die, so that
Okay,
the
I
world
got
isn't
this,
screwed.
guys. I got this.
I totally believe in you.
I don't know if it's something that you want to copy for your own records, and I am not very knowledgeable about how to imbue a scroll such as this with magic, but it might also be good to have a magical copy just in case.
If you would allow me, I absolutely.
Yes, I
Maybe consider it's like a payment for assisting us.
Oh yeah, I trust you, and if you do require any payment as well, of course I don't expect you to do this for free, so we can definitely come to arrangements and that's necessary, but
Well, let's not count our chickens before they've hatched, I believe is the phrase.
yes, okay.
Meaning, if you
I
live.
was always counting hogs before they are birthed, but maybe that's just an orc thing.
It's a bit more visceral.
Yeah.
Well, I will leave it in your capable hands and just guard it well. It's the only thing we have to.
Absolutely. And come tomorrow, I will gather the necessary ingredients and begin on the construction of the vessel. Any preference?
Whatever you think is a fitting prison for Dahaka.
And maybe secure. Just in case.
Of course. All right. Well, then I wish you all to have a pleasant evening of rest.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And thank you again for the marvelous feast.
You're quite welcome.
Kirith will politely bow her head and leave.
Okay.
She'll want to summon the Blight King tonight.
Fuck. Are you gonna let anyone else know that you're gonna do that? I'm just asking as a player.
I'm also asking as a player.
I mean,
Because I'm assuming my character doesn't know. I'm just actually curious as a player.
she would let me
Let me
think
do we
about
have
it.
one big?
Okay.
Do we have one big room, or do we all have individual rooms?
Individual
Individual
rooms.
Except for Eugene and Hero for sharing. Otherwise, individual.
They have their own rooms. They just choose to share.
That's true, yeah.
Well, there really isn't much left to do, at least in terms of Morak's thinking.
There's
Morak's
really
probably gonna
nothing
leave.
to do.
Well, I mean, we'll probably do that in the morning, right? 'Cause it's late.
Yeah.
way past sunset.
I think
Probably.
Hirith would check in on Lujane, see if she has the milk, honey, bread, and then she would go to each of their rooms and ask. I think we should summon the Blight King now, sooner rather than later, and complete the deal. Just
you are leaving it up to the group to decide. You're not going to keep it a
Oh
secret.
my god.
I mean, I think she's not going to keep it secret, and she's going to ask them if they want to be present. Otherwise, she'll leave that up to them. It's their choice if they want to be present. Otherwise, she will handle it.
Morak doesn't think it's a good idea, but he's going to, I'll be there. That sort of mentality, because in case something goes wrong, more numbers.
Well,
I'm ready.
Hopefully the laws of hospitality will save us. She would ask Adyrn as well, and Rieta.
He'll give a nod.
Okay, well, then come.
Oh, do we want to revive Jazeera first? Oh no, wait, we haven't actually got the time.
Yeah, no, not yet.
It's gonna be a tomorrow thing, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah, it is.
So
Right.
Hirith will just say, well then, come over to our room and we'll set the milk, honey, and bread out.
I think
So
that's
now we
actually
wait.
where we're going to end it for the night.
Okay.
Nice.
And we will see what happens with trying to get a hold of the Blight King next session.
I'm just imagining he gets like a little phone call.
It's like, what? They put out what?
Yeah, she would also probably nicely fold his cloak.
It's that one Big Sean song. I don't fuck with you. That's what I'm imagining the phone is.
He gets a text every time someone sets out milk, honey, or bread just on their porch.
He gets it's a
All
beeper
three
too.
together.
Yeah,
Like
yeah. He
Faith
gets a little
Anna.
pager. He gets a little pager. He has like one of those little like slide flip phones.
A little rat tells him.
He has a
A little rat
BlackBerry.
is like, hey. It's like, hey, but
No, it won't be that. It won't be that. No, it's
Yo,
like a
man,
pager. It
there's
doesn't
some
know
sick
who's
ass
in
bread.
it.
Out of business.